Hey guys, hey everyone. Here I'm going to show you the app that we are going to build during this course. The reason it should give you a kind of motivation, and this is the app. This app was built in Angular. I have used Angular material. It has used TensorFlow.js. Então, our course will be about TensorFlow.js, Angular, and a little bit about Angular material. It's a very nice opportunity for you to see how stuff works. The bot is quite simple. The bot is already pre-trained, so we are not going to train the neural network. It's already trained using deep learning, very rich data set. It was part of a competition, a Google competition, a public competition. Google, they have several competitions people can try to solve the problem. So we are going to use the model that it has already been built. It was part of competition, so it's a very powerful model. Of course, the model has limitation. As I have explained on our Gitbook, and then I'm going to show you the Gitbook in another video that is part of the course, the kind of insult, the kind of toxicity, the kind of toxic comment that it is able to grasp, is able to spot, is what I like to call active insult. I'm not sure if that's a scientific term, but I like to call it active. Active is very simple and straightforward insult. However, human can be a little bit more tricky. Maybe it's possible I'm going to add as well a section about how to a discussion about insult, online moderation. I'm not sure yet which section I'm going to add here or I'm going to add on YouTube. But anyway, you're going to have access to this possible discussion about moderation. But if you like to go straight to the point, if you like to go direct to the code, here in this part we're going to discuss the code. But specifically on this video, I'm going to explain you how it works. It works. It's very simple. It's a very simple trick, very simple algorithm. I mean, very simple to use, but behind the scene is a very complex. That was part of an international competition. So let's say I'm gonna fuck you. It's a very, I guess it's a very strong. So check. See, I'm thinking. So it's going there on the database. Since it's a deep learning, it's artificial network, may take a while. Yes, it's an insult. Obscene in toxicity. Today is a bit hard to say this word. But if you say, for example, I'm not. Sadly, I guess I'm not going to fuck you. I'm not. Sadly, I think the algorithm is not able yet to grasp very sad like human is able to grasp. It's not a specific problem from this algorithm. It's an artificial intelligence problem. Today, the most of the artificial intelligence, they are what people call narrow artificial intelligence, which means if you go to Google Translator, there's an article called the shallowness of Google Translator. You understand that this kind of very sadity, very nuance of the language, the algorithms today they are unable to grasp. So it's still not human. Some people say that content moderation should be done by algorithm and by people. I guess this kind of very sad and very tricky offense can be done by human. But let's see what it say. So here I'm not going to fuck you. I'm not going to fuck. So it's the opposite. So it's thinking, as you can see here. It's a kind of message. I'm thinking. So it means that it's going to the database. It's making like it's still an offense of toxicity. Sorry, it's a kind of hard because I think it will respond to this word here, fuck. So if you change fuck to, let's say, to ducky, I'm going to duck you. Suppose that you have a gang, and this gang has kind of words called duck. Duck is a specific code of your gang. Yes, I wasn't able to make the judgment, so it responds to the word fuck. Which is for me as a human, I think a little bit not very smart, but let's keep attention to a huge progress. So it means that the algorithm is already able to grasp very direct insult. So it's a very direct insult the algorithm is able to grasp. For me, it's amazing. The nice thing about the algorithm is that even though we are going to implement that using an interface using Angular, it can be implemented anywhere. For example, if you have a blog, you could implement it on the comment. Like whenever someone makes a comment, you send a comment to the algorithm. It's not very hard to do. You are going to do step by step. So if you decide, for example, in the future to use it in our blog, since it's a npm package, it's a JavaScript package, you do not need Angular to do that. Angular is a kind of innovation of mine. But remember that TensorFlow.js is JS JavaScript, so it was designed JavaScript. So part of the course is to teach you as well how to make this, how to adapt to Angular. I have a project in which the goal is to adapt TensorFlow.js to Angular. I have been facing some challenge, so I'm going to share with you how I solved this challenge. Then I think that you can also make complex text because, for example, you can write, for example, here, let's say, it also, it's not just specific text. Let's see, let's take one here. Random. I'm going to take just out of the blue, just so to make test. I'm going to take this text here, random. There is no meaning here, so it's supposed to be able to take anything. I have not tested before this big, but I have tested a little bit bigger. But let's see how it works. I think. Check. I think a little bit big, so it may take a while. There is an article on my blog that explains how they made this kind of yes, I was unable to. Yes, I was unable to see that. But let's suppose that. Let's suppose that I put here text here. For example, let's here hidden. Jerk. It's a very bad word. Yes, it's me. Yes, as you can see, it was unable to grasp. Again, jerk. Again, it's like it's already a huge progress. Yes, I was unable to check. It's very big. Because I think all these words here is like kind of messing up. But always keep in mind that there is how do I say, it's already a huge progress because, for example, you take here small, let's see here. Here, make it smaller. So it was not great for text as a whole, it was great for comments. So in general, a Facebook comment is very short. So whenever I have a Facebook comment, it is generally very short. Yes, insult, toxic word. Today is very hard to say that word. You are a jerk. Then if I, by any chance, I add a little bit more here, I just have fun here and have fun. Let me just just one more test. In general, comment on Facebook, especially this comment that are offensive, they are very short. People, the trollers, in general, they are not very patient to write. They are very short comments. So I think it's enough. I have never seen a troller to write a lot. In general, they are very short comment. They are very, yes, as you can see, it's still able. So for me, for troller, the algorithm is more than enough. So that's algorithm. So hope I see you in the course.